moving on to April 19th, which is a week from today, you're going to have the UFC on Fox, Werdum versus
free 99
Travis Browne.
snitches.
And
These
it's
are
free, so we get excited about it.
Back-to-back free cards. I didn't have to pay. I know a lot of you are like, why are you bitching about $10? I think it's a little obnoxious that you put cards that are only viewable for you people. It's just whatever.
Yeah, I just don't feel like paying for that shit. I'm sorry. This is a good card.
This one's loaded.
It's loaded up. The preliminaries has some pretty decent people on it. Tiago Alves, Jordan Maine, Whatchamajig
Whatchamajig? What's your who?
You know, our
Khabib?
boy, man, Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Versus Rafael Dos Anjos.
Yes, but so that's on the preliminary card.
Yeah.
Now, on the main card, we got a middleweight fight that was going to start it off, kick it off. Brad Tavares is going to be going up against Yoel Romero. I'm going to tell you what, right now, I'm going to go with Brad Tavares.
Okay.
You want to look up them records? Because Brad Tavares has done pretty good.
5'10".
And if he performs anything like the group Tavares used to sing back in the 60s,
your boy's going to lose. I'm taking another cat.
Why?
I'm not telling. I just did my homework.
Just tell me the stats, man. Was he fucked up?
He's 4-0 in his last 4 fights.
Tavares?
No. I'm talking about the other kid.
Yoel?
Yeah.
Who's he fought?
Your mama now.
Barney, Mickey Mouse, and the Cookie
Derek
Monster.
Brunson, Ronnie Markers, and Clifford Starks.
Brunson is a notable guy.
Derek
Now let's go to my boy Brad Tavares.
Why do I gotta do all the work?
Because
reparations.
Yeah, reparations. It is. I still haven't got my 40 acres and a mule. I'm mad as shit.
You do have 2 acres and a Cadillac, though.
I do. Yes.
He is 5-0 in his last 5 fights.
That's what I said. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, you take Tavares. I'm taking the other cat.
That's right. Now, moving on to the next fight. The Cowboy, Donald Cerrone. Speaking of people that always come to entertain,
and
Donald
fighting
Cerrone.
because he's hungry.
He's hungry. He's broke, and he's come out and said it and has no problem admitting to it. He's trying to fucking knock people out because he's trying to get fight bonuses.
Well, he's going to have his hands full.
He is going to have his hands full because he's going against Edson Barbosa, and we all know he's a fucking swinger. He comes to fight. That's going to be a good fighter. A good fight. It's late.
No, you said he was a swinger, and I'm just...
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either.
Swinger as in the octagon. I don't know about in the bedroom. Maybe he is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the theme for today. Why are you looking at the top of my head, man? There's a bug on that shit.
Yeah, you got a zit.
Nah,
you normally don't get those. So
I don't. I was fucking with it. It's a blemish, man.
It's a blemish?
It is a blemish on a black
pimple,
man.
dog.
No, it's a pimple, but I fucked with that shit and made it brown. I did, man. Look at this shit. It's a...
Looks like a beauty mark.
It does kind of look like a mole on my head.
Mole
It's just sitting up in there and shit.
Anyway, I know that was weird for me to notice Kevin's complexion, but when you've sat next to somebody for this long...
Yeah, he noticed all kinds of shit. But, so who you going with?
Edson.
You are?
Yep.
Okay, so George and I are completely going different directions so far in this
We're going to this whole entire card.
I know.
Probably with the exception of...
the last fight. I think we're going to probably go with the same person.
Yeah.
Okay, the next fight is Misha Tate versus Liz Carmouche. Now,
well, if you're going on looks alone, Tate's got it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that don't win you fights.
Liz Carmouche, she was pretty impressive when she fought Ronda Rousey. Everybody is for the first round.
They're exactly the same height. I thought Carmouche was going to be a bigger girl.
I'm going to probably go with Misha Tate because Misha Tate is just getting better and better. Even though she's dropped to Ronda Rousey, everybody else she's fought she goes through. So I mean, it's kind of like the GSP fucking. Who's the guy that looked like
John Fitch?
Yeah, John Fitch. Who's that actor he looks like? You know, man.
John Malcolm or
Yeah,
Malcolm?
John Malkovich. John Malcolm. John Malkovich.
I don't even know. If John Malkovich walked in that door right now, I wouldn't know who he was.
You would know who he was. First of all, you'd be like, who's this crazy white man up in Kevin's house at 1 o'clock at night?
Probably your landlord.
So anyway, I'm gonna go with Misha Tate. Who are you going with? Who are you guys going with? That's the important question. Who are you guys going with? I mean, you think about it. Misha Tate she's pretty nasty when she's not fighting Ronda Rousey. But no one looks nasty when they're fighting Ronda Rousey.
Or Kat Zingano.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would like to see Tate win. I think Carmouche is going to beat her. And then my problem is this will be Tate's 3rd loss in a row.
Yeah, I mean...
And we know what that spells for a guy. If a guy on the roster loses 3 in a row, it's normally you punch your ticket right out the door.
Yeah.
I don't think he's got the power in the women or the roster yet in the women to start cutting them.
Yeah, and she's a big commodity.
Draw.
She's I mean,
she could be a next ring girl.
She could be, yeah. And you saw a lot of stuff with Man, that almost went over my head.
You
I caught
agreed
that
with
shit.
it.
I know. Yeah, she could be a nigga. I mean, I would have no problem with Miesha Tate being a ring girl. She'd be the first ring girl I know for whip my ass. Well, there could be other ring girls that could whip my ass. I just don't know. Goddamn.
Now, that leads us to the finale.
Fabricio Werdum versus Travis Browne.
And this gets us to another similar. One of these
Jackson's
guys want to
brother.
get it standing. The other one's going to get it to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what Travis Browne's jiu-jitsu defense is like, but it better be on point.
I tell you what, I'm gonna go with Travis Browne. I'm gonna tell you why. Travis Browne I've seen in the fights I've seen him. He's looked incredible, all around, except when he hurt his knee and he lost the fight.
Right,
okay, he's so tall. If he sprawls, it's so hard to get your arms around somebody's legs when they're fucking 6'7" and they're sprawling.
Here's the other crazy thing. Travis Browne has a new training partner out there in Mexico, Alistair Overeem.
Yeah.
And if any of you remember back to Strikeforce, Fabricio Werdum fought Alistair Overeem. And that was one of the strangest matches I've ever seen, because Fabricio went right in the middle of the ring and tried to pull guard. And Alistair just looked at him and just laughed. I don't know if he's going to do that with Travis.
I'll be right back.
Okay. So, with that said, I'm going with Travis Browne. And it's really awkward to sit here by yourself when you're so used to having somebody to
Well,
talk
George,
to.
no, I'm just letting. Come on, man. I just want, you know what, everybody? Because, here at the Uncut Sports Show, we have a guest today. It's Fabricio. What do you think? What's your game plan against Travis Browne? Come on. Fabrizio, why you fucking with George, Fabrizio? That's what he's going to do to Travis Browne. Are you going
Squirt him and run?
Are you going Fabrizio?
No.
Huh? Shit, man.
Neither are you.
Get out of the studio, Fabrizio. Anyway, it smells good as shit up in here now. I gotta change my channel. Who do you guys got?
It's interesting now that Alistair Overeem's out in the Jackson camp. Maybe he's giving Travis some tips. I'm going with Travis.
You are? So am I. Yeah, I think he's going to put him to sleep.